Okay, hey everybody, I'm back again. So I wanted to add one more video about the current situation that's going on with strike workers. Is it Kaiser? I don't know how to say it. Kaiser. Permanente. Over 32,000 nurses will be walking out come Monday, November, what is that? 15th. So I want to talk about, as a black nurse, how solidarity means nothing to us. As I've told y'all before, I've talked about striking in 3 videos and how majority of these strikes are people that are non-black people as well. And we recently have been reached out several months ago too for an opportunity to work these strikes. And I've showed y'all videos of how they get down on these strikes. And since I got somebody else here to advocate for me, and we've seen some things with our eyes, I know for sure that it's definitely black people that are doing this. So I'm gonna give my spiel first. Like I said, I will be a nurse 2 years come December. Well, February, since I passed the NCLEX. And I've documented my entire time as a nurse and how I've been treated. And I definitely feel like the redheaded stepchild. You know, everything comes last, especially as a LVN, LPN, bottom tier as a nurse. But that has not stopped me. Like I said, I got into this for the money. Yes, I can help people. I can save lives. But at the end of the day, I got to survive. And that's how I've been thinking, how all black people have been thinking since the beginning of time. We've been fighting for our lives here. So since strikes, like I said, they call us scabs. We have an opportunity of a lifetime to make some life-changing money. I mean, the rates that I've gave y'all before, like, the money that they're throwing out is just outrageous. It's just very outrageous. And so I recently on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of other nurses talking about what's to come, and black nurses are making several videos about just simply not giving a fuck, a rat's ass, about how you feel about us working these type of jobs. You know, the rates have been as high as $25K per week. And you're talking about solidarity this, solidarity that. And I've never felt in my 2 years as a nurse solidarity with these other type of nurses that say these type of things. And the proof is in my videos. You've seen me crying, you've seen me stressing, everything like that. I have not had help from these other types of nurses. So when these opportunity presents itself, I'm going to take it. I'm going to assess the situation, and I'm definitely going to take it. And I've put out a little, like a quote like that. I said that, you know, we've dealt with the toxic work environment. We've dealt with, you know, nurse bullying. I mean, nepotism, all types of stuff. Like, we've always got the last piece of the pie. So when the whole pandemic, the panoramic came around, that was our time to shine. I mean, I just, like, as a brand new nurse, as they say, I can't believe people were really taking, you know, $16 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the rates that I've seen for travel nurses before, it's just ridiculous of how much that you were willing to take for those type of jobs. And I understand the workload has gotten worse over the course of the years. But right now, the pandemic, I can honestly say, has put me out of poverty, you know, basically. You know, I don't worry about money anymore or anything like that. I mean, can you say for yourself, like, what has changed for you since the pandemic?
Well, I did start off traveling from the beginning, because I did float as a corrections, and I would go from region to region. And for me, that was good money. And I was in the beginning just not knowing what kind of money I could make. But that $17 an hour, $15 an hour business that they were trying to offer me in a hospital, that everyone swears that you need to work in a hospital.
Good money, med surge. you know, and
so starting from there, I always felt like I made good money, but I always like to set goals for myself as to how much money I would like to make this year, or how much I want to make on this assignment, or how much I want to make. And travel nursing, when I first started, was so, like, it was just so much information. And for me, a lot of times I didn't realize that's not how nurses are. That's not just nursing in general. Like, if you are a staff at a hospital, you're not really making that money. If you are, that are important to know, and things that are important to ask, like how much the overtime is, are they going to float me units, is there a possibility for me to extend? What is the process like if this doesn't work out for me? Things like that. Those are important to know when you are going into a contract that you don't really know until it happens, or you happen to know somebody who knows somebody who has done it before. There's a lot of nurses out there who want to make it seem like you should just know, and that's just in nursing in general. Whether you're a staff nurse or whether you're a travel nurse, there's a lot of things that people want to put on you, like, you should just know that. Like, no, everybody has a first time with something. Everybody had to learn from somewhere. If you came out of school knowing how to fucking start an IV and the drip rates and how it really reacts to a patient, if you came out of school knowing beyond theory, then you are one miraculous person and you don't need help with anything, and you should have been a fucking doctor.
Right, and I notice people who are like that, like, they get so irritated by, especially the new grads when they ask questions, are like the older nurses. Like, you started off as a new grad too, So I don't understand what's the point of getting mad from them asking questions and stuff like that. Like, even in nursing school, it was older women that were teaching us. They were getting mad because we was asking simple questions. It's like, you should already know this. I mean, I feel like I was constantly getting beat up in nursing school. Yeah, it made me stronger, but it also changed me into a different person.
And it was definitely unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. Yeah, like, I got PTSD.
And my thing is, you don't, regardless of what you're reading or whatever, I feel like a good teacher, a good nurse, a good anybody, a good person is not going to just expect you to know some shit that is new to you. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Even if it takes you a little bit longer to learn it, or to get it, or to master, or whatever, no one should just come at you with that mentality, because that to me means that you aren't happy. Happy people don't do that. Happy people don't walk up to you and be like, oh, you should fucking know that shit. Like, right. What's wrong with you? Like, why you don't have patience? Like, this is supposed to be, like, literally, I came into training to train, and you're getting mad at me because I don't know some stuff. Like, that makes no sense at all.
Exactly. So, as you can see, like, just based off our experience, like, we thought we knew what we was making before was a decent amount of money. But the amount of money that we touched this year alone, last year alone, and the future money that we have to touch alone, we've definitely been blessed. But like I said, that come with, like, blood, sweat, and tears. We understand that nursing as a whole is a business. And yes, we had to work 3 times harder than an RN to make this type of money, but we did it, So now we have this next opportunity to participate in this next worldwide event that's going down. We do know that it's not certain, it can be canceled at any time. But from what I've learned and I've experienced, most of you nurses are batshit crazy. I think
something else.
I look at this stuff now, just like I said before, you guys were stealing people's lunches, pulling lines, shaking buses. What else was they doing? Throwing shit, calling names, fuck you, motherfucker.
Threatening people's families and lives.
Showing up to hotels. I understand the whole not to show all this information, to keep it, like, below. Sign an NDA form and everything like that. I know how this works, and I can honestly say all of this, you can't even make no demands without strike nurses. Okay, none of this can happen. You guys will all be tried by the board. without us, okay? I'm the one that's helping you.
Not to mention, because people like to say, well, they could send their patients out and, you know, to different hospitals. You do understand that the only way that hospitals make money is from their patients. Exactly. If they don't have any patients, why do they need to stay open?
Exactly.
So this you might not like the process, it might not make sense to you, but honestly, if you know how things work and you know that really when strikes happen, it's an emergency situation, and 9 times out of 10 they're getting money from the government. It's not money directly from the hospital. Right. So when they do that, they're allowed to, yeah, but they can't dish out all this money all the time. Eventually that money's going to drop and it's going to stop. Mm-hmm. So they can't pay, and the government does not want to pay because that's coming out of their pockets. The government does not want to pay strike nurses this asinine amount of money for stuff that they have staff for. Exactly. Even if it's short staff, because I guarantee you go in there, eventually you're still gonna be short staffed. There's still gonna be some kind of ratio that's offset. So you need to understand, like, we are part of the system that wants you to get. We want you to get your demands. We want, right. We don't want
we understand both sides of the story.
We're not staff nurses, and my intention is not to be at your facility all day. That's not my job. Okay, I'm here to help, so you get your demands, and then we can go somewhere and go on to the next, wherever the assignment is.
Exactly. So what I read was that every hospital pays into a strike insurance. So they're not 100% paying for that, like I said. The government is, and I think that is why me and her got demobilized from my last job, because they got to pay these other nurses some way. Mm-hmm. I was still in California. I was just wondering why we were getting cut. Like, she even had one a little bit in Northern California.
Yes.
Cut. Me cut.
And
you know?
It was just the timing of it was
too close. Too
coincidental for it to just be a coincidence.
And then just to blame it on the census, you know?
Like, and my recruiter literally said, well, the facility still needs you, but the state said that they don't. So right. To me, that means, okay, they don't want to pay for it. Just they say don't. That.
And then the facility that she was in, you said that's going to happen to several facilities. Like,
yes.
he blurted that out as like, well.
It's not just you
know?
Just so you know, it's not just you. It's other, it's other facilities too. Okay, so the state is not paying for other facilities. So and then it was just too close to the strike. And then that whole situation happened where they demobilized her and said, oh, we're just going to cancel your contract. We don't need you anymore. Yes, you do, because the job is still there. People are still there.
Right.
You're just saying that you don't need me anymore because she was most likely getting paid way more because they were probably local.
Right. So, which was fine.
Yeah.
We had something backed up. We sure did. We had something backed up, and like I said, I'm not in no hurry to go back to no good old Oklahoma. That's why I'm willing to stay here. But we want to talk about how solidarity as Black nurses, just why would I want to stand with a whole bunch of other nurses that treated me like crap? Mm-hmm. Like, I even remember how I said, even on that LTAC, me and her worked together with this same nurse that was crazy, who was stalking me. Stalking, who was it? Riza, all of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Just, I've never had a good experience. And we were all Black nurses. You know what I'm saying? Majority of it was all Black nurses. And who are we getting into it with is, So, call it what you want, racism, whatever the fuck. It's why do I need to stand by you, kumbaya, when this is going on? Another instance that I seen on TikTok was that they'll even call you a scab if you a new graduate and you don't leave either. So you telling me as a new graduate, you got to go out there and strike with y'all. You ain't got no money. You in student loan. Y'all got babies to deal with. Like, for real, turning against other new graduates because they don't have the means to leave. Yes, you will be called a scab if you do not go out and walk with them. I'm not with no union. I don't pay no dues, okay? I'm a contractor. I do what I want when I want. I don't need to be out there with no signs talking about pay me. Nah, you gonna pay me. What you talking about? You gonna pay me. Mm-hmm. I don't need to be out there pushing buses with y'all and spitting on people and stuff like that. That's beneath me. Right. That's beneath me.
And see, okay. And I think another thing that the nurses who are on strike don't understand is that solidarity begins when you stop spewing out all these negative threats and all this negative energy and I hope you die. I hope you lose your license. You're not a real nurse.
Blah, I think I see. Yeah. We watched CJ Kyle's. He said that, shout out to you. If y'all go subscribe to the CJ Kyle's channel, he said that there was a nurse that said that they hope you die if you do these type of assignments. You guys are going to jail. You're going to jail. Like, come on. Like, you guys are really, Black people don't do this. Yeah. We just don't do this type of stuff. I just have to say it. We don't say these type of things. Even if you are striking, I've seen a whole bunch of Black nurses that said they're for choice. Mm-hmm. Okay, and even if that is your main goal.
And that's the thing that I think starts solidarity is when you're basically saying I support you and your choice, and thank you for supporting me and my choice. That is solidarity. Solidarity is not you do what I say when I say it. If I strike, you strike. That is not how that works. Right. That is not how you are taking. Just like a lot of people have issues with people taking the vaccine. You can have your opinion all day, but at the end of the day, that is that person's end of, you don't know their life. You know, and an example of this is something out of the context of nursing when we worked in the prison at the beginning of the year, a lot of them was like, would you take the vaccine? Would you take the vaccine? It was asking me, and I was like, well, really, I can't tell you. You know, that's just my personal. And they were like, yeah, you're right.
Business.
Yeah, they were also like you right, because I'm in here, you're not. And I feel like that to me taught me something. Okay, these people have a different choice than I do. These people live different lives than I do, and that to me is solidarity. I respect that, and that's all I can say. I respect that. Yeah. I respect whether you want to take it or not, because at the end of the day, this is your life. This is your decision. This is your family, your paycheck, whatever, your health. That you're making decisions based off, and it's not up to me to say that you're less of a person, that you need to lose your license, or that you don't know what you're doing.
We're not God. Like the moment we accept keys, a patient, our goal is to treat. That's it. Follow the order, treat, advocate. That's just about it. Keep you alive at the end of the day and go the hell home. You know, so I don't need to do all this extra stuff that you're on. I'm not that type of person. So that's why I said most of you guys are definitely batshit crazy with the stuff that I know that y'all preparing to do to other nurses in the near future or do to hospitals. And like I said, all this anger and frustration is built up to other nurses because you feel like your demands are not going to be fully met if they go and work and do these type of strikes. But I see it as a form of reparations at the end of the day. If we have a moment to make close to 10, 25K, even the CNAs is making a bag. Okay, housekeeping is making a bag. The bus drivers is making a bag off of this type of stuff. Call them scabs all you want to. We still gotta go home to our families. Okay?
And that I think a lot of times they don't understand. Like, these people are underpaid too. Like, we would be underpaid too if we accepted the same stuff that you guys accepted. If we just sat there and was like, oh, okay, like I said on the previous video when we were talking about not getting paid for 3 weeks, not like in real life, who's gonna take that much deficit in a company? Like, who's gonna accept that much BS in a company where you're just like, oh, okay. That's like, to me, that's a form of abuse. They're abusing you, and then they don't want you to say anything about it and just sit back in.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not how that works. And whether it's a strike, whether it's any company you work for, 7-Eleven, shout out to 7-Eleven for the slushies.
free slushies. Yeah. Shout out to the free slushies. But yeah, like, I just don't see as a Black woman why I have to do any of what y'all talking about. Okay, I literally see this stuff from TikTok to Facebook. Even today I just seen this whole paragraph about this girl trying to find out, where do y'all stay, where y'all at, you know what I'm saying, scab nurses, all of y'all should die, blah 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 blah. Like, these people are definitely looking for trouble. They're looking for trouble, and
they are Karens of the healthcare. That's what they are. They're
Karens of the healthcare, and it's just like, if you touch me, I'm fully prepared. They would have to jump us before anything happened. But like I said, I'm fully prepared for something to go down. You know, like I said, we're trying to be in good spirits and everything like that. But like I said, the opportunity definitely did present itself. And, you know, we've been talked to. And I know y'all coming to play. Y'all coming to play, but I'm coming to tussle. So what's up? You know, like I'm gonna tussle.
That's the
So
thing, though. Like people want to throw like black nurses under the bus, or they want to say that y'all just money hungry. Okay, we've always had to fend for ourselves. We've always had to look out for ourselves, look out for each other. Right. Didn't nobody have our back? Okay, the white, nurses, even honestly, even some Asians and Hispanics.
Right.
Some of those nurses, it's not like they're out there, holding our hands, defending us. When people call us niggas, when people basically abuse us,
beating us up, like all them Alzheimer's and shit like that go away when you go back and flashback to the 60s.
Oh no, that person's sick. Yeah. Okay, I know they're sick, but like, come on now, come on. Like there has to be a line where I feel protected too, because I'm going in here and I'm just giving this patient completely everything they want. I'm doing exactly what they need, taking care of them. But at what point, who's got my back? Like who? That's being called those names and being put in that position. That shit hurt. So it's not like we're asking for too much. And if you are asking, if the nurses who are going on strike, the white nurses who are going on strike, are asking for solidarity, it starts before that. Like you have to understand that solidarity starts way before that. There's a lot of things in avenues of nursing that black people suffer, and specifically black women, because there's a lot of things that black nurses do, like the whole hair situation. I know there's talk about nails and all that other stuff, like lashes, like
nails. They don't like this. All of this type of stuff. This is a problem.
Yes, they want to talk about. But I mean, you see white nurses do similar things, like in different avenues.
Ass out. Yes. Because I got a fat ass. It's a problem. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Or even not wearing a scrub top. Just little stuff like that. You notice who get picked on and who don't get picked on. And or if you even say anything. If you mention anything, all of a sudden you're angry. Oh, you're angry black, or you're hostile. Yeah. Like, of course I'm fucking hostile because you keep poking at me. And I don't know where y'all are from. Like I said, black nurses, we have had to deal with a different experience than you have. And you have to understand that our experience is different. Yeah. So you want us to just jump on things, and I don't understand why you don't understand. And that's the problem. You want me to understand your struggle, understand where you're going, what you're going through. You want me to understand where you're coming from. But when it comes to other avenues of nursing, being black, being a black woman, it's a problem. Yeah. And it's almost like we complain too much, or we're too loud, or I can't tell you the amount of times I've been called out as a nurse. Right.
And that kind of makes me, because I used to be like a history geek when the women's rights was going through. None of those rights or demands that they were looking for applied to black women. None of them. We came later after that situation. We had to fight for our own. So when it comes to that, it's like history is repeating itself. Okay? But I'm not my ancestors, my grandparents, none of that type of stuff. We are the new age, okay? Like I said, we have to fend for ourselves. I'm getting what's mine, and I'm just gonna do just that. You're not gonna tell me what to do, okay?
You're not gonna make me feel bad about doing it either.
Whatsoever. Like, so I want to show y'all like these TikTok videos that I'm seeing. Like, notice a pattern. We've all catched on to the type of stuff. So this is one that I definitely like. I think they call her the bougie nurse. Shout out to you, girl. Let me fix this one. Ooh. Oh my God. Damn, I can't even get it. Let me do it again. Hold on. Let me do it again. Because it's going to mess up. Sorry, girl. Period. We trying to get what's ours. I'm gonna do like another one. So turn that back up.
Okay.
So there was another guy in the comments that he was a black man, and I was talking about how we don't have no solidarity, and he was like, he felt the same way, and that he feels like he has to watch constantly what he say as a black man. But you know what? He's going to aggressively get that $25K if he has to, and even as a black man. So even a black man, shout out to y'all. I know what y'all going through. I know they see you as a token black man and everything like that on them floors. You come rare. You know, you come rare. Let me show you another video. Let me see. What was new grad nurses are first to strike? Let's talk about her. Which one was it? Leave the new grads alone. Okay, this one was it. Is it Takardria 333? Shout out to you, girl. Hopefully I said your name right.
Let's talk about a time. Replying to a comment from NYC Girl 410, who says, "You do what your co-workers do. You never cross a picket line. Welcome to adulthood and working for the union." Wow.
I had to pause that. Like, you do? What kind of dictatorship is this? Like, this is crazy. What kind of dictatorship is this? I didn't sign up for this. Like, what is it? The Bloods and the Crips? Like, what the hell? I didn't sign up for none of this. What are you talking? I got it. Who was you, girl?
So let's talk about it. This actually was posted under the video saying that new grads, shouldn't be bullied to basically walk out of their jobs. I'm reading through my comments and I'm seeing a lot of new grads saying that they're under contract, that they have babies and student loans. And one other thing that stood out to me, I saw one of the new grads say that she's being bullied by the seasoned nurses to walk out. This is a conversation that we've had over and over through, over these last few days. And seasoned nurses, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed.
And that's one thing. I've been in a union for years, the majority of my nursing career.
And you see, there's black nurses that are actually in the union, but they're for choice. They still advocate for both. Okay? They can do this very nicely. Okay? And without coming hard with their demands, So that's why I still like her channel.
The last decade I've been in a union, and there's still a right to choice. You know what I mean? There's still a right to choice. And the seasoned nurses are often the ones who are the most burnt out and the most bitter because they've, suffered so much through the system, especially ones that stayed at bedside their whole career. Like they be the meanest ones. And so, they try to pressure new grads to, you're in the union, stand with us, because they finally, after years, got the courage to walk out. Now they want to bully everybody to do it with them. But you have to understand, first of all, I want to say...
Yeah, let me pause on that. You finally had the courage to walk out. What you took to do 20 years later, I did that shit in like 30 days, baby. I was gone. $16 where? You ain't about to pay me that. $20 where? You ain't about to pay me that. $30 where? You're not about to pay me that.
And then you want these new people that just come out of school, don't even know who they are as nurses,
right?
To just jump in with you. They don't know where they're putting themselves. They don't know like what that's gonna do for their nursing career. They're afraid. They don't know anything.
All they know is textbook, test,
theory,
theory,
You ladies and gents don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Bullying is illegal, okay? They should not be doing the shit, but we know they all do it anyway, whatever. But, when someone's approaching you at work, just do not speak about it. If they're approaching you and saying, "Oh, so you're going to walk out with," get up and walk away. Say, "Listen, I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk. I'm trying to do my job. And if they keep coming, say, "You know what? Right now you're bullying me and you're targeting me, and this is feeling like workplace violence." I bet they back the fuck up then. That's what you say. "This is feeling like workplace violence." That's it. And you move on your way. I said it once and I'm going to say it again. Leave those new grads alone. If you guys want to walk out, and it's right before the holidays, people have families and babies.
Girl, right. I got turkeys to fix. I got stuff to do.
I think the fuck not. Stop trying to make those new grads do it. If you want to walk out, you walk out.
Girl, right. It's the holiday. You gonna play this stuff on the holidays. Right. Let's talk about next year or something.
And they new grads. Right. I don't even know you, sis.
Hold on. I got one more video. I think this was Morgan. She made another video about this. Hold on.
Before we get into this.
Okay, so somebody was basically saying ICU, RM, MSN here, protect your nurse's license, do not work as a scab. So here would Morgan, nurse NP, she replied back to that about safety.
Topic. I'm just going to say, keep it cute, keep it respectful. If you name call under this post, I will block you. What I'm going to say as a nurse, or nurse practitioner now, who used to go on these strikes, be careful, because people like this are the ones who change drip rates and try to unalive patients. They change pressor rates. They do all types of stuff to try to prove a point and say, oh, the replacement nurses are unsafe. The fact that you would even go this far to harm a patient, to me, just proves that you don't even need to be a nurse. Like, let's just start there. But anyway, I would say make sure you document everything. Get a witness if there's something that you feel like you aren't too sure about. Don't go anywhere by yourself. Make sure you don't wear a badge around. Just use common sense, because people like this are out there and they're dangerous. Before we get...
So, yeah. When I say they out for blood, they're out for blood, and it's okay. It's okay. Luckily, I think this upcoming strike has gotten so big, the word has spread so much. I think the companies, because I think there's more than one companies, will do right and everything. Living right, I know that much.
But I'll tell you this, like, if you think of doing anything extra as a strike nurse, like a nurse that is striking, you're not helping your cause. I don't take anybody seriously who's going to threaten you physically. That means that's all you got. That was your last leg. So just so you know, if there's anybody who comes out who feel like they want to assault anybody or berate anybody or do anything that's not actually helping your cause, you're not doing any justice to your facility or to any other the brothers and sisters that you staff with. So
right. So yeah, this was definitely a PSA. We wanted to, say our piece as Black nurses and why we do what we do and why we go for the money every single time. This goes back since 18 BC, baby. This goes back to 18 BC. This won't change, okay? The change is definitely going to have to be in you. But like I said, we've been fighting all our life. I don't even keep doing this no more, okay? So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys definitely enjoyed. She is in the process of making her own YouTube channel. Do you want them to have a social media or anything? I mean, you're working on it?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
She's going to work on it. But like I said, she's definitely an OG. She taught me the travel nursing game. And then that's how I taught y'all majority of the travel nursing game. But like I said, please do not settle. Be safe in the future if you plan on to do these strikes or take a travel nurse contract. Just learn from us that advocate. Watch your back and be safe. Make your money, because we only got like what, 2 more months to finish out here. This is life-changing money. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, hey, fight the power.
I'm so done with